Happy Celebrate Literacy Week.
When I think about what got me excited about reading, I often think back to when I was in elementary school and I absolutely hated reading.
I would say my first real book falling, where I fell in love with a book, was Where the Red Fern Grows.
My mom is who instilled a love of reading.
When I think about my early memories around reading, I can't help but think of my kindergarten teacher, Miss Hammond.
My earliest memory of when I fell in love with reading was when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I remember sitting with my dad and he would start to read me all these stories. Every day we read together.
And I'll never forget my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Menendez, who got us involved with Edgar Allan Poe. And that was my first introduction to something that I really loved, the detective novels where you're figuring out things and it grabbed me in.
Reading's always been a big part of my life. My mom always took me to the library as a young child to get books.
When I think about my love of reading, it really started as a young age with my parents reading to me each and every night before bed.
I remember sneaking out of my bed and going to the living room to finish it because I just couldn't not finish it. And then crying hysterically when I got to the end and not being able to wake up my mom because I was sneaking out.
One of our favorite activities was going to the local library together and checking out books for the week.
I always just thought it was so neat how she could hold the book upside down and read the words while showing pictures, and I wanted to be able to do that so much.
Eventually I started to pick up on the words, and I remember his excitement when we would start actually reading together.
By the time I was in middle school, I was always that kid who was reading under their desk, getting in trouble.
It's so easy for me to pick up a book now by having those influences that really encouraged a love for literacy and a love for reading whenever I was in school.
And I'll never forget being able to do that in front of my mom and my dad and my 2 brothers, and I read Cinderella upside down, and I still remember that today as one of my proudest reading moments.
I can remember where I was lying on the couch finishing that book and the way that book felt. And books have been some of my greatest teachers and my greatest friends, and I love teaching them and sharing them with students every day.
Reading to me has always been important, and it's something that I think everyone enjoys once they find the right book.
So during this great week of celebrating literacy and all our love of reading, I challenge each and every one of you to find your favorite book, continue to read to our students, our families, and to those that you love, and really celebrate literacy during this important week.